Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 62 of Scion of the Dark House, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Gothic horror podcast. Since it's Gothic horror, there may be some things that come up to align for people, such as blood and gore, violence, talk of abuse and trauma, child endangerment, and a variety of other things. If any of these come up to align for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. Last time, the group had been resting at the Maggoty Grave when Lark had been issued a challenge by Samantha, a challenge to a duel, which they accepted after an argument where she admitted that this was all personal and not at the behest of the Bear King. She did not come alone. She came with a unicorn and presumably a Dullahan, who then attacked them. The unicorn went down pretty easily, as did Samantha, falling to Rerek's fireball, but the Dullahan stuck around for quite some time, posing quite a threat to the party. After a long, slogging duel, after getting hit with axes several times, the group finally managed to defeat the Dullahan when Percy banished it back to the Feywild, and Lark shot all of the heads out of the air, and Rerek taking the last one out with a breath weapon. The group then finished their long rest, leaving Alex in the inn for a little bit to cuddle with Boris Oslo, presumably, while they went out and fought. They then packed up and left, everyone going to Gravesend, where they found a suspicious amount of missing posters. Knowing the town's reputation, this is all brand new, and it was 6 or 7 people that had been missing in the past 3 weeks, which is alarming. The group began their investigation, but didn't get very far, as they seemed to only be getting the same facts. People go missing after a mysterious whistle comes in the night. The group also found the abandoned Illuminated Way shop, a familiar shop that they had dealt with before. Arthur also sensed a grouping of aberrations and undead half a mile away from their location outside of town. Is this a coincidence? Who knows? But we start back with you all having just finished investigating the shop. You all are still standing in the shop with the door wide open. What would you all like to do?
I am not really sure if there's anything more to do here.
Yes,
So,
excuse me. Jesus.
Should we go see what that horde of undead's all about?
Y'all.
perhaps, I mean, I guess that's a good place as any to start. So sure, why not?
All right. Opening 1.5 billion stat blocks. All right. Where I think it is this one. Yes. All right. So the group of you make your way out of town as the sun begins to set. You make your way into the woods, following around where Arthur's sense led him. You find a path through the woods. There are a few paths that go through the woods, but they seem to split off very quickly, heading back into town, except for this one that continues and continues and continues into the woods. On some of the trees, you begin to see sticks tied and hanging in very strange configurations that you're not quite sure what it means, but you don't recognize the symbols. And soon you find, as the sun finally sinks below the horizon, you find a house sitting in a clearing. It looks very dilapidated, falling apart. But Arthur just looks at it and goes, think it's that one.
What do you? How many things do you feel in there?
It's hard to tell. There's a bunch of tiny ones, I think.
Tiny? Are there tiny undeads?
I mean, I'm sure there are. Okay. I guess get your fireball ready, Rerek.
Oh yeah.
Should we?
Should we
should
kick
we-
through the wall and be like, oh yeah?
I mean, I guess you can like cast mage armor on yourself or something, and I don't know. Yeah. Let's just go in, I guess. Guns blazing, or
I don't know. Do we know the exact spots, or are they like clumped up in like one room or something?
They seem to be clumped up.
Oh, that would
Just,
make
like,
it a
in the
lot easier
house.
for me. Should I just fireball this bitch? Shit, my voice is like gone.
How big is the house?
It's probably the size. It's probably like a standard size 2-story woodland cottage.
Yeah, I can fireball this bitch.
oh wait, why don't you have that spell that lets you just like look in places?
Oh, the arcane eye.
Yeah, why don't you go like take a look?
Fine, I can do that. I don't want to do it.
I mean, if you don't, I guess if you don't want to, you don't have
can
to.
do it. I
Making a
just really
suggestion.
want to blast this place, but okay, that's the smart move. Let's do it. Arcane eye.
You cast the spell and the eye begins to move forward. You do find there is a way to get in. The window, one of the windows didn't quite close all of the way on one side. The pane is tilted and you slip under and into the house. You don't see anything in the house. There is a
Like-
hearth with a cauldron sitting in it that is not lit at all. The floor is covered in dust. There is a chair, a table, an armchair, a chest. That's about it. It's
Seems
incredibly empty.
empty. It looks empty. Are you sure? Are the undeads?
Are they like
Like, I'm
underground
asking,
or something, Arthur?
Wait, I'm asking Arthur. Are they
Yeah.
like right in front of us, or are they like a little bit more below?
I mean, I can only do the things so many times, but they're
Oh,
not
okay.
underground.
Can I go? Like, is there a way? Is there an attic in this place?
There is a flight of stairs.
Okay, can I make? my
And you
arcane eye
float
go?
up the flight of stairs to a closed door. I don't believe Arcane Eye can go through closed doors.
Let me see. Oh, it can pass through an inch of a diameter. Did this thing have a crack or whatever?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, tricky,
No.
tricky. Freaking hell. It does look like there is an upstairs room that is locked that I can't get through. There doesn't seem to be a way in. Is there like a window outside that I can have my eye go around and see if there's a window through that?
The
rooftop
glass
thing?
is entirely fogged over. There's not a good way to see through. There are several windows. There are 4 windows. 2 round windows on the side. It has a triangular roof. It has a gable on the front and a gable on the back with a window on each. And there's 2 round windows on the sides that do not have gables, but the glass seems to be entirely frosted over with dust.
Okay. Well, I don't see nothing else.
So
The
you think
windows-
they're upstairs instead of downstairs?
Probably. Can I check the down since it's empty downstairs? Can we just go in there?
If you want
ask
to.
I'll ask the team.
I mean,
I'm
I
just
guess
saying,
stealthily.
why bother with stealth?
Because-
Rerek can just
dude-
fireball the second floor.
Actually, yeah, that was my first plan. But can I check again downstairs and see if there are any, like the entirety of the first floor, see if there's like any, like, I don't know, like hidden doors or whatever, or like a latch, or I don't know.
Sure. Make me an investigation check as you float the eye around.
Investigation. That's a 15.
No, there's no trap doors. There's no secret doors. Nothing.
Okay, well, as far as my eye can see, the best possible place for these undead things to be are upstairs with a locked door. With your permission, I can just fireball this place. But I don't. Shit.
Sure.
Do we have a count? Did Arthur get a count of how many there are?
I'm sure. Does someone have his sheet pulled up with his primeval awareness?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
I never quite remember how it works. I think it actually does like literally tell you like
Yeah, as far as I
number.
remember, it makes him see like dots, kind of like glow. I don't know.
Do you have his character sheet?
I don't have it right now.
Can't find it. He
I have his
should.
7th level character sheet.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I have a 7th level too.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
I don't think he sent us his 9th level sheet. Shit.
And I assume he is currently in bed right now, so
But what are you asking about? Maybe it's on here anyway.
it should be his primeval awareness.
Yeah. Communicate with the beast and read its mood and intent. You learn its emotional state, whether it's affected by magic, blah, 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 blah. You can determine if favored enemies are within 5 miles of you by spending 1 minute in concentration. The feature reveals which enemies are present, their numbers, and general direction and distance. There are multiple groups. You learn this info too.
Oh, general
Numbers.
direction. It doesn't give you an exact pinpoint. Just
yeah.
general direction.
It does give numbers though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Arthur kind of spends some time in concentration using it again. I think there are 2 aberrations on the first floor, 1 on the second.
Huh.
It's
Wait,
not
so on
quite
the floor that the
one.
eye was looking at, there's 2 aberrations?
Yes.
So they're invisible?
You don't know. And there's like a bunch of, they're not quite like whole signs. It's like a bunch of like tiny fragments of undead on the bottom floor as well.
Maybe we just look inside. 'Cause
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah, we can just go.
I'm
there.
just saying, burn it down. It doesn't seem like it's helpful for anyone. But
That's true. And if I do burn it down, they will have damage. But if they don't die, they can just come out, and we will still be in a good distance.
I mean, sure.
Okay. Let's do it. I want to use my strongest fireball, 5th level. again.
All right.
Like, just destroying this house with this thing.
All right. You know what? Roll damage. The house can't make a save. So just roll the damage. Let's see how
I'll just use the
damaging this
digital-
fireball is.
I'll just use this digital thing. Let me see.
I'll ready an action to blast anything that comes flying or streaking out of there.
Okay. Anyone else want to do that? Similar thing?
Sure, already a divine flame for that.
This is the most exciting plan we've ever done. Okay, I did a 40
Ooh.
flat.
So yeah, you take a fireball and you just slam it into the front of this house. There is a huge explosion of fire that sends bits of the house flying everywhere. You have definitively blown off the front door, the front wall. The windows have shattered. The table that was near the window in the front has been blown back. Part of the second wall, the second floor, has crumbled away. The front of the house is basically toast. It even begins to creak and lean forward as the structure of the house just seems shot. It begins to tip forward. But as that happens, it's not just the fire that causes light to explode. There's a strange iridescent light that seems to flow like smoke out of the windows on the upper floor. The house, some of the chunks that have flown into the air hang in the air. You get a very uneasy feeling.
Uh-oh.
And you hear an unearthly whistle before it is cut short. It makes your skin crawl. It makes your brainstem crackle. Your skin feels like it is trying to crawl off of your body. It is so vile. And then nothing. The colors go away and the pieces drop to the ground and the house just completely falls apart.
Cool. What
So
the
what
It
was
is
hell
now a
that?
pile of rubble.
I'm gonna use my eyes of the grave to sense undead within
Oh, he froze.
a certain amount. Am I frozen?
Kyle
Oh, no,
froze.
Kyle
Oh,
did.
Kyle's frozen.
Yes.
Eyes of the grave.
Within the
I
rubble,
believe. Oh yeah,
which I believe your radius is
I'm at 60 feet. Yes.
Let me open participants to see when he comes back. Within 60 feet, there is the essences of several incredibly tiny undeads that all flicker out of existence.
Okay. So is the Whistler dead? What happens now?
Oh, Kyle said there's a
Yeah, he'll be back in a minute.
I fuck if I know. Can we do an investigation on the rubble?
Yeah, I guess can we like start walking through the
Yes,
house?
I'm
and-
just going to assume Lark is going to give you the help give one of you the help action. If you both want to do it, we'll say Arthur or Alex gives you the
Sure.
help gives the other one the help action.
Okay, that was a 12 plus 7, 19.
And I got a 15.
All right. Looking
Oh,
through
I
the
have a-
rubble.
Sorry, let me do my portents too.
Oh, okay. Well, looking through the rubble, you find what appears to be, as the second floor has completely collapsed, part of the room had a stone circle that has now been somewhat broken up. It was filled with a black sludge.
Oh.
There are tons of bones of several skeletons inside of this black sludge. It smells acrid, not quite like demon ichor, but there might be some demon ichor in it. But whatever magic was keeping it together or alive is gone.
Okay.
You
So
also
is that
find
good or bad?
you don't know. You also find what appears to be some sort of a metal ring that has been severely dented.
But is it not destroyed?
It is not destroyed, but it is
Oh.
dented and there is nothing in the middle of it. It looks big enough for a person to walk through.
Like a
You-
ring, like
A hoop of metal.
do we
you-
know what it is? Can I do like an Arcana check or whatever?
It's weird and alien.
Okay.
It actually does appear to be made out of orichalcum.
Okay. More orichalcum, guys. More orichalcum.
There looks like there was an altar, but it has been completely knocked over, destroyed. There were books that were on there, but the falling rubble tore the books to shreds. There's also a bloody dagger. But that's all you find for the second floor. On the first floor, you find that the cauldron is dented, but is still standing in the hearth.
Oh, what a tough cauldron this is.
Yeah. Do you want to use your magic eyes?
Magic eyes are my identity. Identify.
Either
What the
one.
hell?
Go for it.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Identify. I feel
Don't
like-
mind me flipping this book.
Should I do it on the cauldron or on the ring?
On the what was the second option?
The ring.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll do it on the cauldron. And whatever's in it.
All right. As you walk up to it, as you look in and peer inside of it, it's very strange. In a very similar nature to when you looked inside of the chalice underneath the illuminated way in Darkmoor, the Moonstone Chalice, you see darkness, but filled with distant stars and nebulas. And then, ooh, hello, Kyle.
It's on his iPhone now.
Must have been that bad. Then suddenly, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Does an 18 hit Rerek?
Yes. Are we looking at AC?
Yes.
Yes.
A huge tentacle comes out of the darkness and it wraps around you.
Oh no.
You're going to be taking, let me get my D8s. You are going to be taking some damage.
Of course. This is because I took it easy the last fight.
18. You're going to take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and it yanks you through the opening of the cauldron, just right through it, and he's just gone.
Bye.
Oh,
What did I miss?
They investigated the cauldron after the house exploded, and Rerek got attacked by a tentacle.
I'm
Gross.
just 15.
Rerek.
Rerek, let me pull up something. You find yourself, you fall and land in dust. you look up to find a strange alien landscape, horrible in all kinds of ways. The stones, the cyclopean architecture seems to defy gravity. The stones seem to move and undulate like flesh. Occasionally an eye opens up on a random surface and then shuts. The sky is filled with mysterious stars you've never seen before.
Do I know where I am?
No, you do not. Even the air is bluish and purple in tint, almost as if the air was warning you of a coming storm. And you do hear distant thunder.
And because it's Rerek, I go, oh my god, this is so awesome. Where the fuck am I? and I try to see if the tentacle monster is here anywhere.
There is not a tentacle monster here. But then you hear somewhere an unearthly whistling sound that once again makes your skin crawl, makes your brainstem crackle.
Jeez.
It's closer this time. So back outside of the cauldron, you've just witnessed Rerek get yanked into the cauldron by a tentacle.
Okay, cool. So what do we do about that, Lark?
Wow, no one cares.
I'm not really certain. I haven't seen anyone get pulled into a cauldron lately. There's that time that Arthur got pulled into a painting, though.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of a pattern for us. All right. Do we think he's dead, or do we go in after him?
Yes, police.
The question is it a portal to a demi-plane or something, or is it just like death?
Oh wow.
While this is happening, Rerek, make me an intelligence check.
A what check?
An intelligence check. So just roll a d20 and add your intelligence.
18 plus 8.
Oh, wow.
26.
Okay.
So it's a good thing I was the one that got pulled in here.
Yes, it really was. As this strange whistling sound gets closer, you have the instinct to run. It almost just takes over your body and you begin running. You trip. The dust flies everywhere and you fall face first into a familiar wooden floor about 6 feet away from the cauldron. The rest of you watch as Rerek just pops out of thin air and just boom, face plants onto the wood.
Oh, that was wild.
Are you okay?
Are you Rerek or something pretending to be Rerek?
I'm Rerek, but that was awesome. You guys should try it.
What happened?
I don't know. I got transported into this weird plane. The like I have no idea where it was. It's like floating rocks, fleshy rocks with eyes. Although there's like the whistling was happening in there too, but a lot louder.
Oh wait, did the rest of the house just blow up then, or what happened?
Yeah, the rest of the house
Yeah,
blew up. There's nothing left. It's just all rubble.
Guys, you guys, let's go back in there. Come on.
Why?
Because it's cool.
At this point, you do see coming out of the cauldron, snaking up, is a huge tentacle.
Protection
With
from evil and good
horrible
on myself.
Suckers, with horrible suckers undulating almost alternately. It itself almost seems to undulate as if it's a vein beating, something flowing through it, but it seems to snake through the air, not quite sure of what it's going to go for next.
Arthur, slice a part of it off. Slice a part of it off. That's a good specimen. Hurry.
Wait, can I Eldritch Blast the tentacle?
No,
Yes, you
that will
may.
destroy it.
Because I was like holding that action to attack anything that came out of the house before the storm so rudely.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
How does a 24 and a 25 do against this thing's AC?
Both hit.
How is 6 plus 10 is 16 damage.
That has done damage to it. Yes, that has done damage to it. So that was 16 points of damage. It writhes, and you hear a gurgling sound as it waves back and forth. How close are you all to the cauldron?
I'm like right next to it.
I'm definitely not that close to something that's just
I'll
grabbing
be in
people.
between the two of them.
All right, so maybe... You know
And
what?
I did just cast protection from evil and good on myself also.
True. It is going to go for you. You are
Okay.
close enough. You are within 15 feet of it.
Does it not want me back?
Well, I rolled a 3 and a 5. It lashes towards you as if it's trying to grab you and waves as you back up before it moves back. It seems very slow.
So what's happening? I am kind of at a loss.
There's just a tentacle in a cauldron.
So is this tentacle the whistler, or is it just
You
like
have not heard
his
it make
arm?
a whistle noise.
Do I know anything about eldritch gods, like the elder gods, like Cthulhu?
Probably not.
Okay. Man, Rerek is stupid.
Oh,
So
Okay,
Oh, there we are.
let me do let me do a breath weapon on it.
all right. It's going to make a dex save. 13 doesn't save.
Nope.
Cool.
2, I have 3d6. 5, 6, 2.
How much was that?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shakes once again, making that gurgling noise, but not a whistling noise. But it's still up. It's a very resilient tentacle.
it would seem so. All right, I'll just do a
Do it.
sacred flame on it.
All right, another dex save. It rolled a 2. It's
Hell
taking
yeah.
full damage.
5, 8, 13 plus 4, 17 damage.
The light bursts across it as it seems to wiggle again, making weird gurgling noises, but it's still up.
Okay.
Eldritch blasted again.
Yeah, this thing isn't really in a hurry, so we don't really need to have initiative. So yeah, make your attacks.
Ooh, that's a nat 20 and a 2.
Ooh,
Well, 2 plus 10 is 12.
that actually still hits.
Oh, sick.
This thing is not hard to hit. It's a tentacle.
Okay, so that's 10, that's 10 damage off the crit, plus another 8, plus another 10.
It's dead.
Oh,
You blast this thing and the tentacle goes flying off, landing in the grass as the rest of it, the stump, lowers into the cauldron, and you almost hear the sound of water being drained out of a bathtub. And then that's it. The tentacle lays motionless. If you look into the cauldron again, there's nothing in it. You can actually see the sides of the cauldron and the bottom of it. It's just gone.
Can I still I try to identify it
Yes, you may.
just to see if it's still working? Or maybe do
Yes.
sorry, let me do my
Portents.
I already did.
Oh,
You know what? Identify it as.
all right. Well, it seems that this thing is a cauldron of plenty. It was under some sort of strange magical effect that the identify spell can't quite identify, but it is not under that thing anymore.
Awesome source. So
It is a cauldron of plenty. If you put liquid in it, it holds about 30 gallons of liquid and it weighs about 50 pounds. If you, for every gallon that is poured in and stirred for 1 minute, it provides enough nourishing stew for 4 people.
wow.
It stays warm while in the cauldron, even if there is no fire underneath of it, but cools naturally if it is removed. After 24 hours, the cauldron drains itself and any soup inside is lost, leaving the inside pristine. You can repeat the process the next dawn.
Yo, this thing is cool. I can have soup every day.
So there was just a tentacle in a magic soup cauldron.
I guess so. I don't know how the tentacle turned this cauldron into some type of gate into this other realm, but
So
makes soup.
writhing tentacles are not common in mortal soup then?
Not if you make it with octopus, but that would be like tiny.
Right. So are we done? Is that it?
Can I fit it in my bag?
No, you cannot. It weighs
Oh,
50 pounds and
no.
holds 30 gallons of liquid.
I don't. Can we even carry this?
I mean, if you want to carry a 30-pound cauldron with you, you certainly can.
No,
I don't.
Or, well, a 50-pound cauldron, I should say. It is 50 pounds.
I'm good.
Can I just make it fly or something?
Do you have levitate?
No, I have fly.
No, then you can't make
That's
it
for
fly.
another smart person. Okay, we'll leave it here. Whatever.
And I don't think Alex has levitate either. So he just kind of stands there. Sorry, can't help you.
So was
Okay.
that the Whistler?
I don't think so. When I was in that place, I didn't see the tentacle monster, but I heard the whistling.
Okay.
The portal the Whistler was using to take people?
That seems so. But it looks like we closed the gate.
Yeah. Maybe we should like bury the pot or something.
Sure.
Lark, do you want to do your earth magic?
Or we can destroy it.
How? It's a big metal pot.
Should I know how to destroy it after I identify? Let me check.
It's a magical item, so it is shockingly resilient. You would have to find a way to undo the enchantment over it that dispel magic only suppresses for a short period of time. You would have to find a way to completely dispel the magic or take it into an anti-magic field and then beat it up.
Fuck that. That's a lot of work. Let's just bury that shit.
I can mold earth bury it?
Yeah, sure.
Start molding earth to dig a hole big enough for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can use 5 cubic feet of earth at a time.
Yeah, so you can probably just do one casting and it'll fit in the hole.
Yeah, I'm just gonna earth bend 5 feet of earth up out of the ground and be like, somebody toss it in.
I'll kick it in.
Yep. And the earth just goes right over it. There is a mound because not all the earth fits back into the hole, but yeah, you've successfully buried this cauldron of plenty.
I feel like we just solved this issue without actually fighting something.
Yeah, I feel like the Whistler is probably still just down there, but I guess maybe it can't come back.
It probably can. It looked like these undead things were connected to it. Those whatever.
Yeah, can I get a closer look at what the tiny undead thingies are?
It's literally body parts.
Oh,
Fingers, hands, random organs, feet, kneecaps that all seem to have been moving with some sort of unearthly something. It's just, it looks like a body. Several bodies were blown apart and their giblets were just hanging out and somehow were animated.
cool.
Ooh.
All right, I guess that's that.
Wait, what kind of giblets were animated?
Oh my god.
You see things like lungs, organs, intestines, feet, fingers, hands, eyeballs,
nothing
tongue.
naughty. Oh,
No, nothing naughty.
I was gonna slap someone in the face with it with mage hand.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay.
Ah,
No dick slapping for you.
Okay, well, we're done here.
Yeah.
It seems. What? Hold on. I want to do detect magic just to make sure. Like
But
around
can we
the
go
area.
upstairs? Have we gone upstairs yet? Is there still an
The
upstairs?
upstairs is now downstairs.
You did do an investigation. You found the books. You found the stone circle filled with skeletons that was covered in the black ooze. You found like a sacrificial knife, and you found that dented ring of orichalcum.
Cool.
Yeah,
Should we bury that too?
Hold on. Let me do my
Alright.
detect on the area.
Detect
If I
magic.
find something. Yeah.
So the metal ring did have an enchantment on it. It was I believe it would have been transmutation, most likely. It's either transmutation or evocation. I don't know what teleport classifies as, or a teleport.
I think it's usually conjuration, isn't it?
Is it?
I think teleporting is conjuration, yeah.
I
Google.
swear I've seen it be transmutation or evocation at times. Like it doesn't have a... Oh, nope, conjuration. The teleport spell is conjuration. Okay. So it does have a little bit of conjuration magic on it, but it seems like whatever it was too damaged, or it was only usable once.
Okay. Nothing else in the room that had any magic except that pot.
The book pages do have a tiny bit of conjuration magic on them as well, but it doesn't seem to be... It seems to be more as it was used as a object as part of a spell rather than they themselves being magical. So the magic just kind of stuck to it and clung to it.
Okay. I think we are actually done here.
All right.
Don't you love fireballs?
Well, that, I guess, went better than it could have. So,
Of course, we didn't have to fight anything.
guess
And also,
we can just rest for the night and then keep traveling.
All right. Let me fix something. So what are you guys doing now?
Should we go to whoever posts those? Oh, fuck, the missing people.
Yeah, I think they're probably in the pot.
Yeah, we're gonna probably have to go back in there to like find them.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know how to go back in there.
Well, I did do. I should have. known.
Could you guys made an investigation check. If you'd like to just like maybe... No, you would have noticed there are about 7 skeletons in the stone circle covered
Those are
in
the
goo.
missing people.
Lark's got
Well-
mage hand and he's like puppeteering one of their skulls, and he's like throwing his voice like, I think I'm one of the missing people.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god,
Lark.
that is so true.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
Laughs a little
darling.
bit. Arthur just kind of hangs his head and just goes, Lark, put the skull down.
We need to take the bodies back to town.
And Alex is just laughing.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
All
we
right,
might have
everybody
to bag.
pick up a
bag
couple
some.
bodies.
They're skeletons, they're light.
But wait, doesn't Alex? I remember he took Dance Macabre and he was so excited to
Oh
use.
no.
Why don't we just have them like salsa back in town?
No.
I think he can target 7 skeletons.
I think you
What?
can only technically target 6, but one of them can carry the 7th.
Oh my god.
What is
Do you
it?
think he would probably, you know what? He was excited about that. He'll probably cast it. He casts Dance Macabre on the skeletons.
Oh my god.
The 6 skeletons get up and he commands one of them to pick up the 7th skeleton. Now we don't have to get our hands dirty. Ta-da!
That's so genius.
Yay. Okay.
That's why we wizards are the smart
This is
ones.
deeply disturbing. Let's go. Let's just go. Maybe unanimate them before anyone else sees it, because it's really unsettling.
Yeah, but then we have to touch them. They're
Fabulous.
covered in black shit. That's gross. I don't know
True.
what it is. It could be anything.
Can I clean it up? Do I have prestidigitation prepared?
You could prestidigitation the skeletons.
No, I don't have it prepared. I unprepared it for others.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's a cantrip. You don't prepare and unprepare cantrips.
Or I took it out for a few other cantrips.
Oh, you can swap it when you level up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no one has prestidigitation.
No.
It's gonna be
It would
horrible.
appear-
I have prestidigitation. I'm just not gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Fair enough.
It could be useful. Someone could, I don't know, research with it, or there's fantasy CSI somewhere, right?
Should we bring him to the college?
Like we should take him to like the guy who runs the staff of night crime lab, and then the second in command's an ex-stripper, and I'm trying to remember CSI here.
Oh my goodness. I barely
I
remember
have
the characters.
No idea.
Well,
don't
we only got an
remember.
hour, so let's hoof it back to town. And he just kind of starts going through the woods as the skeletons like just shuffle after him.
This is disturbing. Okay. Yeah. Just go back.
So where
Oh,
are you all
okey-dokey.
planning on going with these skeletons?
I mean, I don't know. The hospital. I don't. Where
there
would we
any-
go? Is there a gravediggers guild or
yeah,
something?
there's a gravediggers guild. This place is known for coffin making. That's why it's called Gravesend.
Cool.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
do that.
Deliver them.
Also, we need to
first for the
inform like somebody.
I think the gravediggers guild can probably take care of that.
But what about the rewards?
Yeah.
I don't think there were rewards. You don't have rewards from missing persons.
Nope.
It's not a wanted poster.
Fine.
And why did we bother doing this in the first place?
Yeah. Okay, let's just go to the Gravediggers Guild.
Yeah,
That
you
is
do
true.
manage to make it to the doorway of the Gravediggers Guild. I will say you guys have talked enough and weren't walking as much. So you kind of about maybe 20 or 30 feet away from the Gravediggers Guild, Alex's Dance Macabre runs out and they all just fall forward and just collapse. Oh, shit. Oh, well, we're right here.
Yeah.
Oh, grave diggers!
And you see this like 6'5", built like a brick shit house dude locking the door, and he turns around and he just,
Hi.
hi.
We
Hello.
found the Whistler's house.
Or we found where it was being.
Give me a second.
summoned.
And he fiddles with the key, unlocks the door, and just goes in. And he starts turning on, like, lighting lamps. And you hear him cast a quick spell and then say a message, and then just, you know what, just don't touch the bodies.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
people coming. And he kind of just backs in. Would you like to sit?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys sit down, and it's barely 5 minutes before a bunch of gravediggers come and start collecting the bodies. This really big
That's so funny.
dude. It's weird. He's like 6'5", but he also looks like he's only 24. And he kind of sits down with a notepad, and he pulls out a quill and a bit of ink, and he's like, all right, where'd you find the bodies?
At the cottage.
It was like an old house in the forest about a half mile to the west. Our friend Arthur here can sense undead creatures, so we followed that. Well, it was a little weird.
Alright.
There was like a cauldron that we think he was pulling people into, and we fought it, and we killed a tentacle. It's a mess. You can go look. It's all still there.
That is a mess of like information giving.
It's a mess. What do
What?
you want me to say?
You didn't have to say that much. You could have just said we found it in the thing in over there. They can investigate if they want to. Jeez.
But
There's
he
nothing-
is an investigator. We can give him the information.
All right, well, I will report this to the proper authorities, and we'll see if we can get an investigation in case there's something else up there that we need to know about.
There's a soup cauldron that I buried with magic.
Which I hope you guys saved for me.
Cool. We're probably not going to touch it. And he just kind of keeps
It
on.
was
love
very
him.
cursed.
He
Not
just kind of
anymore.
nods as he continues writing. All right. Well, I think that's all you can do at the moment. We'll take care of the rest. Please don't interfere in guild work. I have to say that. It's not that I don't trust you. We have people who have fiddled with bodies after reporting things. So please don't fiddle with the bodies. I'm going to let the night shift take care of this, and I'm going to go to bed. Good night.
Yeah.
And he walks out, and you see him hand a piece of paper to one of the other members. They kind of nod and converse for a little bit. It's a little far away for you guys to hear, and then he just walks off.
Wow.
Percy.
What?
Percy.
What could you possibly be Percying me about right now?
Go ask that man how to send him a carrier pigeon. I saw the way you looked at him.
God. He's very
Is that
handsome,
why?
but I don't need to flirt with every single good-looking person we meet.
Is that why you were blabbering?
No, it's because I was struggling to explain what a whistler is and how it's probably not even dead. So
Okay, well. What do you want to do?
I guess go to bed and then leave in the morning.
So perhaps we should sleep in shifts in case whistling happens.
It's not a terrible idea.
Okay. I agree.
So we'll go sleep.
All right. So you all head into, I'm assuming, the nail and headstone.
Yeah.
Vanessa is still up. She takes your golds for the room. Probably 2 gold will take care of the rooms. And you head upstairs. Is there anything you'd like to do before you guys begin your long rest?
No.
Um,
I'll say my nightly prayers. Few Hail Marys.
Is it possible to like see if I can contact my uncle for updates? Or is that like a one-way thing the last time he did it with the projection?
There's ways. There's stuff like sending spells and things if you have that.
I don't have that. Okay, never mind.
Or if someone has it.
I mean, Percy has it.
Okay. Can I ask Percy to do it?
Yes.
Before we... Hey Percy, can you like mind message my uncle? Is that what was it?
I can
For
send
me?
him a message. Yes.
Are there requirements for
25
him?
words long is the maximum.
Oh, it's like Twitter. Can you tweet my uncle?
Yeah.
Like, how is the situation? Like, just maybe ask what the situation is over there, and if he's heard anything about the assassins. Is that
Sure.
25?
I mean, yeah.
And I will say you have seen his uncle, of
Yeah,
course.
Yeah, with the projection.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll message and be like, this is Rerek's friend Percy. It's 5 words.
Yeah, 25 words is not a lot. It is shockingly short.
You wanted to, what was the first part of your question?
How's it going? Assassin update.
Sure. How's it going? Any word on the assassins?
Okay,
Um,
press send.
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 Thank you.
There is a good maybe 10 minutes where you don't hear anything, but then you hear the familiar voice. Oh, hello. I hope you're doing well. Oh, hello. I hope you are doing well. I know. I hope Rerek is well. Nothing new. She's been a little too quiet.
Okay.
And that's
Is she
all.
talking about Fatima?
Yep. You assume.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay.
well, I mean, if we're all phoning home, I'll plant a seed somewhere and use Druidcraft to make it bloom and just be like, Granther, or if anyone else on the other side can hear me, just a quick update. Some lackeys of the Bear King keep harassing us instead of helping us prevent the end of all worlds. Kind of obnoxious. Can we kill him yet? He's not that powerful, is he?
Or maybe ask them to kill Samantha over there.
There is a moment of silence before the flower kind of opens a little bit more than it does naturally, and you hear out of it, oh, hello, Lark.
Oh, my lady, I didn't know it would go straight to you. He bows.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Regrettably, I think Samantha is a bit out of our reach at the moment. If I were to do anything, the Bear King would wage war. He has the Bee Queen and several other Fae on his side, and regrettably, that may pull in Oberon. It's a horrific chain of events. Sadly, I can do nothing at the moment unless I make some kind of a deal with the Bear King, which at the moment I'm not willing to do.
Okay.
That's understandable. politics. You have to do what you have to do. Why aren't the Seelie Fae carrying their weight at all in this crisis? They're being so useless lately and self-centered. Ugh.
Yes, I believe they would call it optimism. Perhaps the world won't totally end. Perhaps enough of the material plane will be left for them to play with and the Feywild won't get touched.
I'm pathetic. Oh. Well, my lady, I thank you for the update, and we'll just deal with Samantha every time she shows up. I mean, she's quite pathetic. I don't even know sometimes why I bothered sending her your way. Apologies for that.
Well, you had no way of knowing at the time.
Ugh. I thank you for the gracious amount of time you blessed me with, my lady. I shan't keep you any longer.
Of course. Stay safe. I have much need of you, and the Waltz of Shadows is coming very soon.
Wonderful. Oh, also the boys, against my advice, freed an eldritch abomination goddess by the name of Olhydra. Just a little heads up on that end. I don't know. She seemed to be rather weak though, or weakened at the time. Just so you're aware of what's moving in and out of different planes of existences from our end.
I will keep an ear out in case anything happens.
Wait, what?
Lark's gonna bow again, and I don't know how you hang up a flower phone call from the Feywild.
At this point, I
You
think the
snip-
flower just kind of withers.
Yep. Yeah, and he'll go back and be like, Samantha's our problem.
Great. Okay, good night.
Wait, can I have like what was that thing that you were talking about with the Eldritch?
Oh, that's when you guys went under the lake.
Was I in that? Was I there?
Yes.
Okay, I just don't remember shit. Or was
There's
I
the
playing
big
it?
crystal after you guys went through the coral cathedral.
Ah,
Yeah, we fought a tentacle goddess thing that Percy and Alex decided to break the crystal containing her, so now she's free.
I was not playing that day.
You may have been there for the first fight, but not the second. Because it was over 2 sessions, like 2 weeks.
Right. You might have been in the
Yeah.
cathedral, but not in the actual old Hydra fight. Anyway. So yeah, all right.
Sleep.
You all settle down for your nice long rest. Although it is not as restful for you, Percy. As you sleep, you find yourself drifting back to a familiar dream. The strange ocean of blood with the white bark trees poking desperately out of it. The sky filled with stars and winged devils blowing horns and beating drums. The horrible moon in the background. But this time, you see 3 figures. They don't seem familiar to you, as in you've seen them. You haven't. But they're dressed in a very interesting way. The one on the left has tons of tattered furs over it. Its skull head is adorned with what appears to be a saber-toothed tiger skull. The one in the middle has a strange Egyptian-style headdress and carries a staff that appears to have a snake head on the end of it, with a disc balanced on its edge on the head, wearing tattered robes. In fact, you do recognize him from the memory when you were Shimmer of the Scarab. And next to him is another figure, dressed in very familiar Caliburnian clerical garb. And they stare. Just stare. They don't say anything. But it's clear that they know that you can see them. You're unsure if this is a dream or a vision or if this is real in some way.
Cool. Is
But
this
they
like
stare back.
I just am a passive observer, or am I able
You're
to act?
unsure. You're unsure if you're totally passive or if you can control part of this.
Can I try talking?
You certainly can.
I just gonna why are you doing this?
There seems to be no answer. They just
Okay.
continue staring.
Okay.
And at that point, as you kind of accept, maybe this is just a vision, the dream ends. And you wake up, staring at the ceiling of your room. And at that point, there's someone else in the room.
Oh.
Is Lark in the room too?
I mean,
Probably.
I think we established like session 1 or 2 that Lark and Percy always share rooms.
Right. So our question is, are you asleep or awake?
I mean, probably. What time of night would this be?
Later in the evening. Maybe around like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, unless Percy made any noise to wake me up in this process, I'm probably still asleep.
All right. There is an older woman standing at the side of your bed. She's holding a knife. In fact, a very familiar knife. You've seen this knife before at the house.
Oh.
She stands over top of you, holding the knife. You have been a thorn in my side for quite some time.
Am I able to do stuff?
Yes.
Cool. Can I like push her off of me? She's like standing on top of me?
No, she's not standing.
Oh.
She's standing by the side of the bed. She's just like leaned over you with the knife about to stab you.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna. Can I cast Hold Person and try to and like scream and like back up?
Sure. Let me flip to her stat block so that I can roll. What is it for for Hold Person?
Oh geez. Check.
What save is it? Is it like a wisdom save?
It is a wisdom save, yes.
Does a 14 pass?
It does not.
You watch as the magic takes hold and she is frozen, but she still manages to get out. You've killed my husband. And then all of you hear this, an incredibly loud, unearthly whistle that makes your skin crawl and your brainstem crackle. The far corner of the room grows incredibly dark, and coming out of it is a tall, pure white figure. Its eyes are completely iridescent, but those are the only features on its face. It has nothing below that. It has 4 very long fingers. Its form seems to not quite be solid. It seems to vibrate and oscillate, almost in a similar nature to the displacer beasts. It is incredibly tall. Its head brushes the ceiling as it hauls itself out of the shadows. And it once again makes the incredibly loud whistling sound. And that's where we're going to end this episode, as everybody's woken up by this terrifying thing. So join us next week as these people all face the Whistler. See you all in episode 63.